a few more questions, but the title, how did it feel taking over his crew when he stepped down and then you took over and you protected him as well? I can't imagine that had been emotional. He was your mentor. You loved him as a mentor, as a father, and then you took over kind of his crew, which was a very powerful crew in the Gambino family. How did that feel, Sammy?
That was one of the highlights of my life.
Yeah.
Because I didn't ask for his crew. I was going to be made a captain. When he went in and stepped down, he asked John Gotti and Frankie DeChico, I would like to step down and I would like Sammy to take over my crew. They agreed. And they said, do you want to be with us, the administration, the boss and underboss and concierge? He said, no, I want to be under Sammy.
Wow.
So doing those two things not only made me a captain, I was making a captain anyway, but taking his crew and then wanting to be with me was just an honor. And I had my club, and I would tell his son, Charlie, boy, he was a made guy, take your father down. Then we had a big long table and tallies. I would sit at the head of the table and guys would eat on a Tuesday. We would get together. So he would come. And as soon as he came in, I got up and I told him, you sit there. No, Sammy, you're the boy. No. Sit here. You sit at the head of the table. You're my man. And I try to show him respect in every way humanly possible. If he was going to come, I would tell Charlie, go pick him up. Because he was up in age.
Yeah.
And I wanted to treat him like a king, like he was my father.
God bless. Sammy, if you could have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be?
Sammy, Joe Peruta, and Frankie DeChico.
Wow. So all former associates of yours. Wow. No Jesus?
No. I'll sit with him after that. I'm still alive. I don't want to sit with him right away.
Good point. So, Sammy, this was a special interview. Like I said, we're making history today. The 6th inducted member on the show. Happy to finally meet you. I've spent many hours and time with your daughter. She's always spoke highly of you. You did well raising her. You don't always have to be there to raise her, and she did very well for herself. You should be proud as a father. I think that's the most important role in life. I think you will agree. And you also get a lot of questions, right? So I guess I want to conclude. Is there a question that I didn't ask that you wish I did?
What are you going to do now? We know what you're doing in social media. Do you have anything planned?
That's great. Yeah, meaning me or you?
No, you telling me that.
Correct.
So if you ask that question, I would say SammyTheBull.com for $3 a month or $30 for the whole year. We're putting together all kinds of content. Our podcast is going to be on that. You'll hear it without commercials. We're making shorts being little tiny movies.
Nice.
And they're going to be crazy. I mean, we're working on that now. We're getting closer and closer to it. We're working on all kinds of content on it. So that's the question you could ask me, and I would pump myself up, would say it's.
We're gonna put some links below. We're gonna put the Sammy the Bull. Maybe we'll do a little contest. If in the comments below, comment what you think of the interview. I'm gonna pick 5 different people, and we're gonna buy you a year subscription for 5 people. So I want them to check out Sammy's story. Just put a comment below, good, bad, or ugly. I'll pick 5 people, and we're gonna give away 5 on the show. One last question before we wrap up, Sammy. A lot of guys coming out now doing podcasts, in the life, not in the life. You and Francis, blaze the trail. Some of these guys are kind of coming for you. Where do you kind of land on that without, what are your thoughts?
Well, in SammyTheBull.com, we're going to open up the bullpen. And I'm going to talk about everything that's going on now in the country. It's a mafia news station. How the mafia looks at things, how I look at things. And we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to also talk about these people on YouTube who are so-called mafia guys. And they just run around bashing each other and doing certain things. So I'm going to talk about them too. I'm not going to get in the mud and go back and forth with them, but I'm going to talk about them.
Yeah.
Then they could badmouth me. They could do whatever they want. I could care less. But I'm going to talk about that too, because the way the country has changed, so did the mafia. And now on YouTube, I mean, some of these guys, they don't even have a clue what the mafia is. And most of the stories, or a lot of the stories, are fake. And I know it. It just annoys me sometimes, but I don't want to get in the middle of a battle.
Yeah.
But I might do it on Sammy the Bull. It's my platform.
Yeah.
It's private. I can say what I want. So I may get into that and talk about that as well as the politics of the country. I call it the YouTube Mafia Wars.
Love it.
They're all bad about each other.
Well, check out SammyTheBull.com. I'm going to put a links below. Comment below. I'm going to pick 5 people randomly to get 5 subscriptions to Sammy Show. Sammy, I appreciate it. It's been an honor. Thank you for being on the Armchair MBA. I'll give you the final word, sir.
All right, listen, I wish you luck with your podcast. I hope, you know, it goes. You're a smart guy. You're a good guy. And that's just what Ramona, my daughter, said. And that's why I'm here. So good luck to you, pal.
Thank you, buddy. Be well, Sammy. Have a good one.
All right, bye.